Are VPNs legal? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about where you should be using them, why you should be using it, and what you shouldn't be using it for. Virtual private networks are often used for things that aren't completely legal, like torrenting copyrighted material or circumventing Chinese censorship. It might seem plausible to think that VPNs are illegal. The good news is that in most of the world, VPNs are perfectly legal. The bad news is, in a small number of countries, they can get you into lots of trouble. Knowing all the facts can help keep you safe. Actually, VPNs are legal almost everywhere. If you live in the United States, Canada, Africa, South America, and most of Asia and Europe, VPNs are perfectly legal. Signing up for one and using it for whatever reason you need to won't get you into trouble with authorities or your internet service provider. Although VPNs are used for all kinds of shady purposes, from downloading copyrighted files to committing cybercrimes, most governments seem to understand that VPNs have legitimate uses and thus have taken little to no action against them. The FBI even recommends using one when on an open or unsecured network. Now here's a caution. VPNs don't magically make the things that you're doing legal. If you use a VPN to remain anonymous in order to threaten someone online, you'll still get in trouble for doing so. It's just the VPN part that's legal about it. Saying that you'll hurt someone is still not okay. Think of it like this: wearing a mask while robbing a bank. It's legal to buy and wear a mask, but it's still illegal to rob a bank. In some parts of the world, the relative anonymity that VPNs provide is a thorn in the side of the government. In these countries, VPNs are either forbidden outright or their use is limited. The three that are in the news in 2021 are China, Russia, and Belarus. However, there are also other countries where the use of a VPN is prohibited. What to expect from the internet in China? The first, and in many ways best example, is China. We've talked about what the internet looks like in the Middle Kingdom before. It's basically a sanitized version of the web that doesn't contain too much free speech and definitely no criticism of the government. Unsurprisingly, there's a fine imposed for being caught with a VPN there, although we've heard rumors that greater penalties await repeat offenders. Russia isn't much better. The Russian Telecommunications Agency blacklists certain sites, usually under the cover of combating extremism, and has made it illegal to use a VPN to get past the block. However, note that using one is legal as long as you don't do anything illegal with it. But once you break the law, using the VPN becomes illegal. Awfully confusing. The Russian government also tries to make a few VPN services comply with the blacklist and banned them from use in Russia when they refused to comply. There have been some reports that at times police will stop people in Russia and check their phones for VPN software. Unsurprisingly, Russia's close ally Belarus seems to have restricted VPN use as well. The extreme authoritarian regime of this small European country blocked Tor a few years ago, and it seems plausible that VPN use was similarly prescribed. It would fit in well with the huge internet blackout that Belarusians are forced to live under ever since protests erupted in 2020. Other countries where VPNs are illegal include Iraq and Oman, although in both cases the bans are from a few years ago, 2014 and 2010, respectively, and it's unclear whether anything has changed since then. The United Arab Emirates also has a widely publicized VPN ban, but it seems that it's a bit like Russia's in that it forbids people from using a VPN for activities that are illegal in the UAE. As this list shows, through that umbrella covers all manners of sins. So we recommend being careful when in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Iran, however, is an entirely different story. Its internet is almost as tightly policed as China's. A large number of websites there are blocked. Wikipedia has a partial list. Once authorities figure out that people were using VPNs to get around those blocks, they promptly banned VPNs also. Finally, Turkey, where the past few years have seen a steady deterioration in freedom of speech. Unsurprisingly, a country that routinely imprisons journalists has also banned VPNs, particularly those aimed at consumers. However, company-operated VPNs remain untouched. In this case, the penalty for breaking the law is vague, but we have a feeling that any consequences will be unpleasant. As a result, Germany has warned travelers to Turkey about using a VPN while there. There have also been reports that foreign nationals were stopped by plainclothesmen in Ankara railway station and made to submit their smartphones for inspection. Since this is the case, it pays to be careful when traveling in Turkey, or really anywhere else we've mentioned in this list. Although China does seem to leave most Western visitors alone when it comes to VPNs, stay safe, be careful, and protect your privacy.